Hi, this is Lee Garrett and welcome to another weekly tip video. Today, rather than cover just a single small application, I thought I'd share some information on how I manage the application windows on my Mac. Now, it's a small project I've been working on recently, it's almost finished, and it may provide some tips and insights for you if you find yourself manually having to resize windows all the time. There's quite a lot to cram into this tip because there's a few applications involved, so let's get straight to it. Okay, first I just want to look at the apps that I use to form this workflow. So first we have Moom by Minitrix, which has been around for a long time, but it offers such an array of functionality, I do find it hard to move away from it. Now this tip video isn't going to deep dive into it. Don did that very well in show 1047. I'm just going to show you how I use it to do what I need. In fact, you don't even have to use Moom. There are some competitors out there, and you could probably swap for one of those and then just tweak the settings in the next app that forms this workflow, which is Keyboard Maestro. Now, if you're a power user on the Mac, Keyboard Maestro needs very little introduction. It can automate almost anything on your Mac for any given scenario. It's that good. And for this workflow, I use it to simulate keystrokes and make Moom easier to use. Now, on their own, those two apps are enough to form this tip video. However, I also use a Stream Deck daily when I'm working. Now, if you're unaware, a Stream Deck is a hardware device that comprises of buttons, and these buttons can be programmed to execute actions. In this case, to move my application windows around the screen. Then finally, I just want to give an honorable mention to Lasso, which I recently covered in video 1232. And it has some great features within it. It's definitely a new kid on the block, and I think it's worth watching to see how it develops. Okay, those are the apps that we'll be looking at for this workflow. Let's kick it off. Now, first of all, let me just show you the monitor that I currently use, which will go some way to explain why I need window management. Now, it's a large 34-inch widescreen monitor, and I generally like to have my windows in either these quarters of the monitor, the left and right-hand sides, the upper and lower halves, completely central, and then finally, of course, full screen. And I also, at times, like to move the windows from the main monitor to the MacBook Pro on the left or to the iPad Pro on the right, which is set up with universal control. And also, please note the keypad here on the keyboard. This is very key to making this setup simple.
That's just a quick preview of one of this week's Apple-related tutorials from Screencasts Online. Screencasts Online is your premium source of Apple-related video tutorials. All of our members get access to brand new, up-to-date tutorials each week, as well as unlimited access to our entire video archive full of Mac and iOS-related tutorials. You can stream and download all of our videos on your Mac, iPad and iPhone, and even your Apple TV using the members-only Screencasts Online Apple TV app. Membership also includes a complimentary subscription to the digital Screencasts Online monthly magazine, published each month and packed with videos, articles, reviews, as well as hints and tips covering all aspects of the Mac, iPad, iPhone, and all of the other fantastic Apple products. So, if you're ready to start getting the most out of your Apple devices, visit screencastsonline.com today and become a Screencasts Online member.